Organisers of the Global Sumud Flotilla say Dr Margaret Connolly, the sister of Irish President Catherine Connolly, is among at least 8 Irish citizens detained by Israeli forces off the coast of Cyprus. Israeli forces have intercepted at least 28 boats in the flotilla and arrested sailors who were attempting to deliver aid to Gaza.
We are surrounded by military vessels. We are in international waters. We are suffering an act of piracy. Mayday, Sefiru.
Activists say their Mayday calls were ignored by Cypriot authorities as Israeli forces intercepted their boats, boarded them with guns drawn and detained the sailors, including Dr Margaret Connolly, the sister of Irish President Catherine Connolly.
If you are watching this video, it means I have been kidnapped from my boat in the flotilla by the Israeli occupying forces.
7 other Irish citizens were arrested. Adam Fitzhenry Collier, Katrina Graham, Cormac O'Daly, Helena Kearns, Joshua St Ledger, Louise McCormick and Tom Deasy. Helena Kearns earlier told RTE that any Irish activists taken have promised to go on hunger strike. Another Irishman, Mikey Cullen, said his boat managed to evade the Israelis for now.
We're racing away. They probably will intercept us at some stage, but we don't have to make it easy for them, and by all of us scattering around the place, they're forced to choose one boat or the other.
A total of 15 Irish sailors were in the flotilla when it was intercepted in international waters approximately 70 nautical miles off the coast of Cyprus. Neil Richmond, Minister of State for International Development, said Israel needed to respect international law and that consular assistance would be provided to ensure the safety of the Irish citizens. This is the 3rd time the flotilla has been stopped from delivering aid to Gaza. The UN this week said the humanitarian situation there remains dire, with limited access to basic services and clean water. Fergal Gallagher, RTE News.
Well, as you've been hearing earlier today, Israeli forces began to intercept vessels taking part in the Global Sumud Flotilla. 8 Irish citizens have been detained, including Dr Margaret Connolly, a Sligo-based GP, and the sister of President Catherine Connolly. We can speak now to Declan Bree, who is a member of Sligo County Council and is Dr Margaret Connolly's husband. And Declan, thanks indeed for speaking to us on 6-1, especially given the circumstances today. We do appreciate it. Can I begin by asking, have you been able to speak to Margaret? Do you know how she is?
Certainly not. No communication whatsoever. I had a phone call from the Department of Foreign Affairs less than 10 minutes ago, and they have no information either. They're using their representatives in Israel, I understand, to make representations, but as of now, no information.
So have you been able to speak to anyone then involved in the Global Sumud Flotilla? Do you even know where Margaret is being brought?
No, we assume now she's on the prison ship. That's what they did on the last occasion when they abducted flotilla volunteers off the coast of Crete. And it has to be said, that the abduction of civilians in the middle of the Mediterranean and in full view of the world, I think it clearly confirms that Israel is a rogue state with no respect for international law. And what we're talking about here is the unlawful seizure of Irish citizens and citizens of other nations on the open sea. Essentially, an assertion that the Israeli regime can operate with total impunity far beyond its own borders with no consequences. And now, no state has the right to police or occupy international waters. And yet, exactly what Israel is doing.
Can I ask you, when was the last time you spoke to your wife, Margaret Connolly, and how was she?
I spoke to Margaret this morning, approximately 9 o'clock. She told me that there were Israeli military ships approaching her boat and a number of other boats. A short time later, the communication broke down, so I'm assuming that she would, with her colleagues, have thrown their phones overboard. Certainly didn't want the Israeli authorities to get their hands on them. The boat in which my wife was sailing was unarmed. Its mission was peaceful, and yet we know it was boarded with force by the Israeli military. Its crew of international volunteers abducted, and its cargo was confiscated. And Margaret and the people on the flotilla were carrying aid and I suppose solidarity, and should never have been stopped from getting to the Gaza. The kidnapping, the detention and the mistreatment of the flotilla participants by the Israeli regime last 2 weeks ago has to be condemned. How many times will Israel kidnap Irish citizens before our government sanctions it? Tommy, in the last year, 46 Irish citizens have been taken into custody by the Israelis.
Declan,
and there hasn't been one statement from the Irish government condemning the abductions.
And I'll ask you about the Irish response in a moment, but can I put to you the point that Israel has made it clear that it will not allow any flotilla to reach Gaza. It has said that it will not allow any breach of what they describe as a lawful naval blockade. Many people taking part in this flotilla would have known that it was very unlikely to reach Gaza, and surely Margaret herself would have known that it was very unlikely that she would reach Gaza, and that it was more likely than not that she would be detained, as has happened now.
Of course, that was always the case, that there was a great possibility of the Israelis intervening and capturing the people, the volunteers. But the fact that the Irish government allows this, that there's been no statement from the Taoiseach or from the government condemning the abductions, speaks volumes. Because, on this coming Wednesday, for example, the Dáil will consider the sanctions against the State of Israel bill. And this will give the government the opportunity to take a stand against the Israeli government. And if the Taoiseach and government TDs vote for the bill, it will send a clear message to the Israeli regime that Ireland will not be intimidated, that we will not tolerate our citizens being abducted in international waters, and that we'll take a stand for peace and justice.
That is a people before profit bill.
For that bill on Wednesday.
Can I say to you, Declan, you might have seen the Minister of State, Neil Richmond, has been commenting today, and he has said that Israel needs to adhere to international law. The Taoiseach said something similar a number of weeks ago when this flotilla was first intercepted. Are you satisfied with that response? I get the sense that clearly you think the Irish government could and should be going further. What more would you want from them?
Making passive statements is of no benefit. On Wednesday, the Taoiseach and the government can vote for the sanctions bill. That will send a message to the Israeli regime, because the ongoing killings and the continued human rights abuses being suffered by the Palestinian people, and the continued occupation and destruction of Palestinian lands and Palestinian homes, and breach of the Geneva Convention and in breach of numerous UN resolutions, is an affront to all of us who believe in freedom and democracy.
Declan,
and meanwhile,
just finally, Declan, sorry.
The Irish government continues abdicating its responsibility to the Palestinian people, stalling and backtracking on promises to take action.
And I'm sorry to cut across you.
The Occupied Territories Bill.
I'm sorry to cut across you, Declan. Time is short, but I'm conscious you haven't been able to get through to your wife, Margaret Connolly, today. Can I just ask, it must be a terribly worrying time then for yourself and for Margaret's children, given that you can't reach her at the moment?
It's worrying for me, of course, and for my children. And indeed, I also think of all the other families who have loved ones, not only families from Ireland, but throughout the Europe and throughout the world who have loved ones on the flotilla. I must say that my children and I are immensely proud of Margaret, and indeed of all her colleagues. She has shown great courage and determination, and with her family background, what else could we expect? Okay. She is an exceptional human being. She wears her heart on her sleeve.
Declan Bree, husband of Dr Margaret Connolly, thanks indeed for taking the time to speak to us on 6-1.